Question 2 is a very nice question up to the last part. You start by just being asked to factorise something, an old GCSE factorising. It's got a 1x squared at the front, so it's just x and x. And then we want two numbers to times to give 12, and just 6 and 2. That one negative, that one positive, to make the -4 there. Notice we're not even asked to solve that there, it's just factorise it. Now we're going to use that to try and sketch the graph. I've got an axis already down the bottom here. We know from this number here, the -12, that it's going to cross down here at -12. We know from this part here that when this is 0, it's going to cross as well, and that's at x is -2. The other one is when this one here equals 0, and that's when x is equal to 6. There's all the interesting points on the graph. Now let's plot it. Let's move my 6 over so it fits nicely. And so there's our nice quadratic equation. Notice that my minimum point here is slightly to the right of the y-axis there, because I'm looking to try and get it halfway between those two values there. Talking of minimum points, on it goes. You're asked to try and complete the square now. And so completing the square, the number in the bracket is half of this number here, so I've got a 2 here. But we have to take away a 2 squared as well. So the answer we're looking for is x minus 2 squared, take away 16. The minimum point here, of course, being at 2 minus 16. Be careful of the question, though. It just does ask for the minimum value. And the minimum value is the -16. See, we can, does it check on ours? Is that at about 2 minus 16? It is. It looks good. So it's only the last part that's quite tough, and there's two ways of doing it. First of all, I'm going to take this one here, just the original form of it, and if I want to move something to the left 3, then every x here, I need to put an x plus 3 in instead. And so just writing this out with an x plus 3 in has moved it to the left 3. We also want to move it up 2 from this here, so I'm going to put a y minus 2 in there. We do not need to simplify it, so that'll do. Let's do it again though, just based on the completed the square form as well. That again, I need to replace the x with an x add 3. So replacing here x add 3, take away 2, means I'm just going to have an x add 1 here. And I'm moving it up 2, so instead of it being down at -16, it could be down at -14. And that might be an easier way for you to follow it.